my dear students, welcome you all in our engineering chemistry session. In our today's session, we are going to start our next unit, that is unit number 5, batteries and fuel cells. In this unit, there are different points. As first, we are going to discuss about the primary information of batteries, then how the working of batteries occurs, and then different types of batteries. So at the end of this session, you will be able to explain the types of batteries, their construction and working. So already in previous class, you might have studied the battery. So batteries are nothing but electrochemical device. So these are the electrochemical devices in which chemical energy is converted into the electrical energy, and these batteries are collection of one or more cells whose chemical reaction creates a flow of electrons in a circuit. Okay, so all of you know the construction of the battery. There are some basic components in the battery. First one, that is anode. In this diagram also you can see here is anode, then another is cathode. So these two are acting as electrode. So anode is connected to the positive terminal and anode is negative terminal and cathode is positive terminal. Then there is a presence of electrolyte which plays important role. So it is a substance which chemically react with the anode and cathode. So at anode there is oxidation reaction, whereas at cathode there is reduction reaction. And sometimes in the battery there is a presence of separator. So what is the function of separator? That is to separate the cathode and anode. So types of batteries. There are basically two kinds of battery. That first one is a primary or disposable battery, and another one is a secondary or non-disposable batteries. So as again we know the example of primary or disposable batteries. So if we consider our torch, so in that torch there is use of pencil cells. So these are the dry cells and which are type of primary batteries. So what it indicate? After the use, means as we are going to use that torch, so after few days it will not work. Means whatever the product reactant present, chemical present in that battery will converted into the product. So that is a irreversible reaction. So once it converts into the product, it will not reverse. So these type of batteries are known as primary or disposable batteries, in which there is irreversible reaction. So once reactant get converted into product, it will not again convert into the reactant, and that's why we have to discard these batteries after its use. So these are disposable batteries. So for example, zinc carbon battery which gives about 1.5 volt. Then another type of battery is secondary. So secondary is non-disposable batteries. Means what? It is a reversible reaction type battery. So in these batteries, the electrode reactions are reversible, which can be recharged. So primary batteries reactions are irreversible, so that can't be recharged, whereas secondary batteries, in that reactions are reversible, so it can be recharged. So which are the example? If you have observed use of the generators, okay, so in that generators parallel series of the batteries is there, and that is lead acid battery, okay, or nickel cadmium battery. These are the examples of secondary or disposable battery. Generally in our laptops, use of this battery, nickel cadmium, or that are the secondary type of batteries. Now these batteries are again classified as a classical batteries. So what it indicates? So along with these two basic kinds of batteries, there is third one type of battery which is known as flow battery, or that is fuel cell. Nowadays there is important application of these fuel cells in the electric vehicles. Okay, so along with the primary and secondary battery, there is a third kind of battery is considered, that is flow battery or fuel cell, and this classification or types are considered under the classical batteries. Okay, so again that primary batteries are, already I explained, these in these reactants are converted into the products and no more electricity is produced, so that battery becomes dead. Okay, so it is a disposable. Secondary battery means what? It is the battery in which cell reaction can be reversed by passing the direct electric current in opposite direction. Okay, that's why it can be used through a large number of cycles, means it can be used for several times by doing the charging. Then next is a flow battery or fuel cell. So what is the difference in this? So flow battery or fuel cell, it is a type of cell, electrochemical cell, in which the materials as like reactant, products and electrolytes are present. Okay, so this pass through the battery, which is simply an electrochemical cell that converts chemical energy directly into the electrical energy, and that's why this can be used in the electrical vehicles. Okay, so fuel cells are also similar to our electrochemical cell, but in this chemical energy is directly converted into the electrical energy. Now the differences in primary batteries and secondary batteries. So in primary batteries, cell reaction is irreversible, whereas in secondary batteries, it is a reversible. Then primary batteries that should be discarded after its use. Okay, whereas secondary batteries can be recharged, so no need to discard it. We can recharge it and can be used for several times. Then primary batteries have relatively short shelf life, whereas these secondary batteries are having long shelf life. Then primary batteries that functions only as a galvanic cell, whereas secondary batteries can function as galvanic as well as electrolytic cell. Then primary batteries cannot be used as a storage devices. Okay, so we can't use it as a storage device, whereas secondary batteries can be used as energy storage devices. For example, solar or thermal energy that can be converted to the electrical energy. And last one, that primary batteries cannot be recharged, whereas secondary batteries can be recharged. And there are various examples of these primary and secondary batteries that we are going to discuss. Now, during the use of this secondary battery, there are two types of reactions or processes, that is discharging and charging. Okay, suppose we consider the example of the battery which is used in our laptop, for example. So it is secondary type of battery. Okay, so already when we purchase it, that battery is in a full charge form. Now we are using it, it get discharged, and after its discharging, what we do? We again charge it for its application or use. Okay, so what happens exactly in the discharging and charging process? So in this discharging process, that battery is packed with active materials. Okay, so already this secondary battery is made with the active materials at anode and cathode. Now as soon as the anode and the cathode are connected to the load, means it is in use. Okay, suppose that battery is fit into laptop, then redox reaction occurs simultaneously or spontaneously. Okay, so the electrons liberated at the anode, which will flow to the cathode through the external wire and take part in a reduction reaction. So active material is used, and that will be passed means there will be the flow of electrons towards the cathode. So this process in which spontaneous redox reaction occurs is called as discharging process. So whatever the active material fixed or packed into that battery at anode and cathode, that will get reacted, undergoes spontaneous redox reaction. Okay, so that process is discharging. Now what is charging? So this active material is now converted into the inactive during the discharging process. So what we need to do in charging? That is inactive again converted into the active material. So during the discharging process, active materials are converted into the inactive one, and that active material is consumed, the cell becomes inactive. Okay, so as all the active material is consumed by the cell, then that cell becomes inactive. So this cell, inactive cell, we have to convert into the active one. That process is known as the charging process. So in case of these secondary batteries, the cell reactions are reversed. So how this can be reversed? So if the external current is passed in the reverse direction, then the process of conversion of an inactive material back into the active material is carried out, and that process is known as charging of that battery. So in discharging, what happens? Whatever the active material present in the battery, that converts into the inactive by spontaneous redox reaction. Okay, that is discharging. Whereas conversion of an inactive material back into the active material in a cell is called as a charging process. So that is all about the introduction of these batteries. In our next module, we will continue the types of batteries with the examples. Bye for now. Thank you.